Go. You rolling? Oh, excellent. Okay. Oh. Autofocus. Fam. 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 You okay? Autofocus. Alright, sorry, autofocus died there for a second. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and folks who do not fall on the traditional gender binary. How are you doing today? Alright, first of all, my color for today, we got like a pickup stick. You know that game pickup sticks? If you don't, well, this is a pickup stick. This may not hold the mic very well, but I couldn't find anything else. Well, I could, I couldn't really fit it. So, alright. This is a very special double upload week that you're going to get hopefully this week because it's a double Marvel upload week. Today, you got your Loki review. Tomorrow, you got your Black Widow, or not tomorrow, Sunday, you get your Black Widow review. So, little background knowledge for you. Alright, first of all, I like Loki. It's a good show. But then again, it's also self-incest. Why? Why do they feel the need to do that? They literally went through all the trouble to finally confirm that Loki in the MCU is, bisexual, even though in actuality he's supposed to be pansexual, but they didn't really explain that in the show, but that's okay. To just have him self-incest. So, that's... there's maybe someone who likes it, but people always, I've talked to people and they're like, oh, it's because he's a narcissist, but yeah, just because you're a narcissist doesn't, I doubt he's that narcissistic. But, you know what? Sure. That's the one thing I didn't like about the show. I want to get my bad criticisms out of the way first. Second thing, and they didn't do a good job of explaining this, but in the finale, the guy who, sorry if there's any audio spikes there, is supposed to be the big bad. I'm not going to spoil who it is, but they didn't in the show, they don't really explain who it's supposed to be. If you look it up, you can figure out who it's supposed to be. But it is it's a major Marvel villain, but they don't do a good job of explaining who it is. There is a bit of a cliffhanger ending, which I thought was, I don't know, it didn't feel quite right with me. That being said, the rest of the show was a lot of fun. It had charm, it had, some good action, it had some good humor, special effects were pretty good, they're Marvel shows, so they're not gonna be bad. I really didn't have issue with the show for all that. Other than the ones I just named, I liked pretty much every other aspect. I think the music was actually surprisingly good. I think that might be, I don't know, it's not something I see everyone talking about. The music was pretty well done. Obviously, you got Loki. Tom Hiddleston's, Loki. Now, one other gripe I do have with this show is they don't do the best job explaining the multiversal thing. But that's fine. It doesn't have to be like that. I just think that may benefit some viewers. And if you're looking for that, it's not as well explained as you may like. But that's okay. It doesn't really detract from the show. I think on its own, the show is really good. It's one of the better Marvel shows. For some reason, I see Falcon and the Winter Soldier getting a lot of hate, which I don't understand, because I really like that show. WandaVision was good, and this was good. If I had to rank them, this one would probably be at the top, but, that could change. But here's the thing. What does it do well? Well, the acting's great, it has some interesting character work with Loki. It has some of the stuff with Sylvie is pretty interesting, actually. I will give it that. You know, it has a lot of cool, like, multiversal things, kind of like Easter eggs. Mobius is a lot of fun, and there's a bit of mystery to it. You know, Tom Hiddleston really sells his performance. I'll give him that. He does that role extremely well, and everyone else does an excellent job as well. You know, I don't have gripes with the acting. You know, there's nothing. You know, there's a few things that maybe I wasn't as big a fan of, but there's nothing like outright bad in the show. I've heard some people complain that the last episode gets a little too philosophical. I was fine with that. I thought that was nice, but that might not be everyone's cup of tea. But most of the show, you know, you kind of got this mystery they're trying to unravel. You know, the latter half is more about the mystery. The first half is more about, like, the introduction and a little more humorous and such. But still being, you know, gonna get that, you know, Marvel action points. You know, I'll be honest. I don't have a ton to say about this show. And that's because it's really well made, you know, in nearly every way. I think cinematography for it was surprisingly good. You know, they had some fun with it. You know, they definitely had fun in pretty much every way they could. And for a show like this, it works. You know, like, I've expressed my gripes, but I think everything else in the show is done either well or above well. And it's definitely an enjoyable experience. You know, and it's you know, weirdly, I don't know, it's just, I don't have a lot to say about it for some reason. You think I would, because, you know, I enjoyed it quite a bit. You know, I had considerably more to say about WandaVision, and I had considerably more to say about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I don't think I've reviewed WandaVision on the channel. But I have more thoughts on those. This, I'm just kind of like, yeah, that was really good, but I don't have deeper thoughts on it for some reason. Which, you know, I don't have to. I think if you're going to watch this show, you will most likely enjoy it a lot. It is, you know, it's a pretty enjoyable show. But I just, you know, and there are serious moments and stuff, and they do hit well. I feel like it's just not as much substance, you know. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I review Black Widow. That video will come out on Sunday, hopefully. It should. You'll see I have a lot to tell about the movie, you know. And because Black Widow is, I don't want to give away my thoughts about it, but that movie, I have a lot to say on that movie. This one, you know, it's a show, but it's really good. But I don't have much more to say about it, really, because you know, it's not bad. It's a well-made show. I enjoyed it. It's just not, you know, it's not, like, I'm not wanting to heavily discuss it as much as I would the other MCU shows. But I still think it's a really good show. I still think it does a lot of great things for the MCU. And I'm excited for what it's setting up, and I'm excited for subsequent seasons. And, you know, like I said, Tom Hiddleston does an amazing job in this as well. So does Owen Wilson, and pretty much every actor and actress in here does an excellent, excellent job. Well, that has been my review of Loki. If you enjoyed, you gotta be clicking that like. Actually, I don't care about likes. Click the subscribe though, please. I need subscribers. You know, but hope you have an excellent day. Sorry the video's a little later today. I've just been really busy. But yeah, have an excellent day. And if you haven't seen Loki, you should watch it. Despite, you know, some of my criticisms, it is a really good show, and I think you'll definitely enjoy it. Yeah. Adios, amigos. Bonjour, bonjour. Comment c'est ta